History usually tells a simple story. Rome conquered Greece. Roman armies subdued the Greek city-states, turned them into provinces, and stripped them of autonomy. On the surface, Greece was defeated and Rome stood victorious. But beneath this appearance lies a striking paradox. Greece, though conquered, conquered the world. Rome won with weapons, but Greece won with ideas. Rome ruled lands and peoples, but Greece ruled the human mind. The legacy of that victory is still with us today. The visible empire of Rome collapsed, yet the invisible empire of Greek philosophy and Roman institutions continues to dominate the world. The Greeks invented the polis, the city-state. It was a small community where citizens participated directly in political life. In Athens, democracy was limited but real. The people gathered in the assembly, they debated, they voted. It was direct, not representative. No one delegated decisions to another. Each citizen carried responsibility. Rome built something else, the empire. It was no longer a small community where everyone knew each other. It was vast territories, diverse peoples governed by army, by law, by bureaucracy. The citizen no longer decided, he obeyed. In place of participation came submission. In place of dialogue came the decree. Rome had military might, administration, and law. But it lacked something, the universal language of ideas. Greece provided what Rome did not have. Rome had conquered Greece politically, but Greece quietly conquered Rome culturally. A central figure in this process was Cicero. A Roman by birth, but a Greek by education, Cicero studied in Athens and Rhodes, where the traditions of Plato, Aristotle, and the Stoics were still alive. Cicero accomplished something decisive. He brought Greek philosophy into Latin. He did more than translate. He invented the vocabulary through which Rome, and later Europe, would think. He gave us words such as qualitas for poietes, which became quality, essentia for ousia, essence, substantia for what lies beneath appearances, moralis for ethikos, notio for enoia, idea, individuum for atom and indivisible, universalis for kathalu, universal. Without Cicero, Plato and Aristotle might have remained confined to the Greek language. Through him, they became Roman, European, and eventually global. Rome conquered Greece militarily, but through Cicero, Greece conquered Rome intellectually. Christianity, too, moved quickly from its Jewish roots into the Greco-Roman world. The New Testament was not written in Hebrew, but in Greek. Its key terms are all Greek: logos for word, ecclesia for church, charis for grace, soteria for salvation. But Christianity would not have become universal without Rome. Roman roads, Roman citizenship, and Roman administration carried the faith across the empire. Paul traveled those roads, invoked his Roman status, and wrote letters to communities that lived under Roman rule. When Constantine recognized Christianity with the Edict of Milan in 313, the faith became part of the state. When Theodosius made it the official religion in 380, the process was complete. Bishops became local administrators, synods became religious parliaments, and the church was structured along the lines of Roman provinces. Thus was born Greco-Roman Christianity, Greek content housed in a Roman framework. The papacy was not an accident. It was the logical solution to the system Rome had built. In pagan Rome, the emperor carried the title Pontifex Maximus, the high priest of the empire. Political and religious authority were united in a single figure. When Christianity became the religion of the state, a conflict emerged. Could political power belong to the emperor while spiritual power belonged to the bishops? Dual leadership could only mean civil war. The system required one head. Slowly, authority shifted to the Bishop of Rome. The Pope was the inevitable continuation of Rome's model, a single figure uniting spiritual and political power. This is why the papacy is not merely a religious phenomenon, but a mechanism of state, the direct heir of the Roman imperial system. The prophet Daniel speaks of two different little horns. In Daniel chapter 7, the fourth beast represents Rome. Out of it arises a little horn that speaks arrogantly, persecutes the saints, and changes times and law. This clearly points to the Roman papal system, the continuation of imperial Rome in religious and legal form. But in Daniel chapter 8, the vision is different. The ram is Medo-Persia, the goat is Greece, the great horn is Alexander, and the 4 horns are his successors. From one of them comes another little horn, which casts truth to the ground and tramples revelation. Its origin is Greek. This is not Rome, but Greek philosophy itself, the force that universalized and transformed every religion it touched. 2 horns, 2 powers. One Roman, one Greek. Together, they shape the history of the world. Today, we still live under this dual inheritance. Our concepts are Greek: politics, democracy, crisis, logic, theory. Our institutions are Roman: parliaments, codified law, administrative bureaucracy. The modern state is not a polis, nor even a federation of polis communities. It is an empire in disguise. The European Union, the United States, NATO, the World Health Organization, all function on imperial logic, not democratic participation. The citizen no longer decides but receives orders from above. In times of global crisis, the mask slips. The pandemic of 2020 revealed this clearly. It was not democracy that governed the world, but empire. Not dialogue, but decree. Not reason, but imposed order. Greece continues to conquer through concepts. Rome continues to administer the conquest through institutions. And so long after Rome's legions disappeared, we still live inside its empire, thinking in Greek categories, ruled by Roman structures, persuaded we are free while bound to an ancient system. This is why our freedom is only an appearance, carefully scripted by an empire we no longer see.